Hello. I almost fell into the bad habit of changing up my split. Because I was like, my weak point isn't growing quick enough. So, I had to change up my split, right? Now, my weak point literally has grown exponentially in the last year or so. So, it's working. The problem that I was having was I was looking at my whole physique, seeing that my weak point is still a weak point, and it's not gone. So I have to change my split, right? No. It's going to take time. It's your weak point because of just you not training. Like, it wasn't trained properly for a long time. So it's going to lag behind a little bit. That's okay. You just have to train it a little harder. It's gonna happen. And the reason is my legs were such a weak point my legs are still kind of a weak point, is because I did a lot of running. Like, for the sport I did, we ran a lot for conditioning. So my legs were going to be not as muscular as my upper body because of that. So it's going to take time, and not unlike getting just time and effort. It's going to take that. And it's not that much of a lagging body part. It's just kind of not where I would like it to be. It's not detrimentally bigger than everything else is what I would like my legs to be. But it's not going to happen overnight. And that's what a lot of new lifters will fall into, is that whole, well, I have a weak point, or I'm small, so it has to be because of my training. No, it's just because you haven't had time to actually build the muscle. Like, it's not because it's a weak point. It could be just the way you're training it. Yeah, take your time, give it a year, and if it's not grown, like if it doesn't look like it's grown from from the last year, it's probably your training. You're either not training it hard enough, or this is in rare cases that you're training it too hard to where it can't recover. So that can happen too. And I fell into the latter of, because I was also I was doing legs and stuff, and then running. It wasn't like a separate day. I'd run for an hour and a half for conditioning, and then after all of my training for my sport, I would go do a workout. And that's why my entire body was actually fairly small. I was under eating because I was trying to make weight. I was not giving my body ample time to rest. There's that. But since I haven't been doing a sport, I've just been training, I've actually gotten a lot bigger. I look better than when I was doing that. I'm actually not as lean, which is a whole different thing. That's calories in, calories out. I've been in a surplus. I haven't been doing as much cardio. I'm not doing fucking almost 2 hours of cardio every day. That's something I'm not doing anymore. So that is a good thing, I feel like. But my legs have grown a lot. They're not that far behind anymore, but they are a little behind, and I would like for them to be a little better. So I'm just going to continue to train them for as long as possible. Continue to train them as I've been training them, because it has been showing to work. So that's the fun part. And also, this split's been working for me. I have been able to get almost all of the shit I want in. I haven't had to worry about, am I missing muscle? No. The muscle groups? No. I've been hitting every muscle group fairly good, fairly hard. I'm not, is it as optimal as if I was doing just straight push-pull legs. Maybe, but it's working for me and I like it. I understand the whole not needing them. I don't technically need just a dedicated arm day. I could just do upper lower, but I don't feel like I would like it that much, because I would be in the gym a little longer for my upper days, and my lower days would be about the same. So they would be about the same, so it wouldn't change much there. It would just, I would have to go for like an upper day instead of doing chest, back, and arms. It would be chest, back, and then a exercise of biceps, an exercise of triceps, an exercise of side delts. Done. I would add 4 exercises, which isn't too bad. Since I only do 4 exercises anyways, it would go from 4 exercises for chest and back to 8 exercises of what's it called? For upper, which wouldn't be that much longer. That'd probably go from an hour and a half to like 2 hours of training, which isn't too bad. It'd be about as long as my leg day. My leg day is about an hour and a half to an hour and 40 minutes. So it's not too bad. But that is the fun part about having your own split and just doing your own type of training, is you learn as you go. You'll either get massive. Oh my god, I'm just gonna have to go. Whoa, I was through. Let's go. It's just learning as you go. And I've been doing that. And that's the fun part, is like learning every day what you can and can't do, like what hurts you and what doesn't hurt you, what you like in exercise and what you don't like. An exercise does not have to be the most optimal for muscle growth. It can be great. Like if you're doing the most optimal thing, cool. If you don't like it, don't do it. Like you can do a suboptimal movement if you like it, and that means you'll grow more than if you were doing an optimal movement that you didn't like. Because when you do a movement that you severely love, you're going to train harder than if you were doing a movement you're not really the biggest fan of. Like, think about it. If you like doing shrugs and not really like doing Kelso shrugs, then do regular shrugs. Yes, Kelso shrugs are a little more optimal, because instead of shrugging up, like this, you're shrugging back and up. So it's because your fibers on your traps go back and up. So you can just do this. See how my shoulders pull up as I shrug back? It does that for you. So you're hitting the way your fibers are going. So science, like literature, has said that it will be better for you. Do I believe them? I mean, if it's working, I don't give a fuck. Like I like them. I genuinely like doing them after a good row. I like going rowing, and then going, well, I can't pull anymore. I can Kelso shrug. If you like doing pull-ups, great for lat activation. If you like doing pull-downs, great lat activation. If you like doing the Kelso flap, great. I mean, I haven't tried it, so I can't tell you if I believe it's a good movement. I mean, it looks, and from the literature I've seen on it, it's a pretty decent movement. It's just, it doesn't seem as advantage as doing a lat focused row, or a lat focused pull down, because your lats wrap around your rib cage. So doing this stretches your lats, and then pulling this way all the way like that, my lats get a good stretch and a good activation. Doing this, I get good activation, but I get a really good stretch. I don't know, but it has been shown that it is fairly good. Like, if you like doing it, do it. Like, it doesn't matter if it looks weird. If it activates the lats and it does give you a good mind muscle connection, a good good activation, and it makes you feel amazing during the workout, I do not care if it's the most what's it called? Like, the least amount of muscle growing workout. Like, it scientifically, it's not going to grow the most amount of muscle. Cool. But if you're training harder than the guy who's doing science, you're going to grow more. It's just a matter of fact that that'll happen. That you grow more if you like the exercise you're doing and you push harder every time you do it. Progressive overload is the best thing for you. And science has shown that the more reps or more weight you put on a bar, the more likely you will grow more. Like, if you are pushing to the brink of getting bigger and stronger, you're going to get bigger and stronger. It's that simple. And I understand, I love science-based lifters, but there are some who make it seem like it is the most fucking convoluted thing in the world. It's not that convoluted. It's not that difficult to understand. You just have to train fairly hard. And that's what a lot of scientific lifters do is they train fairly hard. Jeff Nifford is a scientific lifter. He trains very hard. A TNF is a scientific lifter. He trains very hard. Mike Israetel trains fairly hard. If he didn't train hard, he wouldn't be as big. What's his name? Fuck. I mean, Niall. I can't say his last name. He trains fairly scientifically now. So, and he's gotten bigger because of it. What's his name? Like Dr. Wolf, he's a doctor, and he does very good. But there are like people who are so like against science that it's astonishing how much they fight science. Like, there's this one dude who fucking could not believe that someone, like, in the last few years of more people studying muscle growth, that they would come out with things that look a little weird, that look not the greatest, but do a lot for the muscle that they're trying to target. And he could not believe. He was like, there's no big person doing this. And then TNF showed a massive dude who was doing Kelso, like the Kelso flap, and he refused to acknowledge it. He's like, he didn't get big because of that. Well, it's only been out for like fucking 3 months. The person who made it literally has only had this discovery, this eureka moment in the last few months. There's no way someone is gonna get massive over it in 3 months. That's not how muscle works. That's not how growth works. You don't get massive in 3 months. You don't significantly change your body in 3 months. And that's what he couldn't get his head around. And I could not believe that someone who had, I think, 3 or 4 fucking years within the gym could not acknowledge the fact that it's going to take a minimum of a year to a year and a half for us to start seeing people grow drastically from doing a new movement. the idea that lifting weights has to stagnate because of the status quo is irritating. Because the idea that you must do the same thing over and over because that's what everyone else has been doing for so many years, you can't innovate, you can't get better, you can't understand that doing this could make a significant change. No other case studies or no other environment has it been impossible for us to have breakthrough scientifically or on the field because people cannot understand that shit has to change. Because guess what? The more amount of people who get into weightlifting, who get into lifting weights, there is going to be more scientific research done on it because it's becoming a bigger thing and more people want to understand it. Within the last 5 years, muscle growth and the understanding of how it works has changed so drastically that some people can't even understand it. Remember when you were young? Because I remember when I was young, I used to watch videos and be told shit that was inaccurate and yet is now been debunked and defunct and been proven wrong. I used to get told that for muscle to grow, you have to create little micro tears, and that's why you had to go get your protein in almost right after you worked out. There has been studies done where there is no such thing as an anabolic window. There has been showing that there is no small muscle tears that creates growth. It is mechanical tension, meaning your body can't lift something, so it has to ask for more motor recruitment from your brain to ask for it to send signals for your body to grow. There's no tearing of the muscle that happens. The only time you ever get a muscle tear is when you are trying to lift more weight than your body can significantly handle, even with it having new growth. That is the only time your muscles will tear. It should not be tearing if you are working out adequately and with enough force that you start growing and stay away from tearing the muscle. Meaning, you can grow through isometrics because you're creating mechanical tension. You can grow through calisthenics because you're creating mechanical tension. You can grow through all kinds of things. The only reason calisthenic athletes have not the best legs is because it is very hard for you to create enough mechanical tension in your lower body with just your body weight. Because no matter what, it's gonna be difficult. Because no matter, even if you're doing pistol squats, you're gonna have to do 20 of them motherfuckers for you to get adequate tension on the muscle. That's the sucky thing. But doing pull-ups and push-ups, handstand push-ups, all kinds of shit will make your upper body grow better. Because guess what? Your upper body isn't used to carrying the weight of your body all the time, unlike your legs. That is why it has been such a debacle for so long for people to understand that legs are one of the hardest muscles to grow because it's systemically fatiguing. It is always carrying your body weight, so it's going to be difficult. You have to add more weight to your body for you to even think about, for your body to even believe it needs to grow. Yes, a ton of reps can do that. It's gonna have to be a lot though, and it's gonna suck. That's the fun part. It's gonna suck. Legs have to be a sucky thing to do because of the way you are built as a Homo sapien, as a ape descendant. Because guess what? Your lumbar spine and your legs carry most of the forces that your body is dealing with on a daily basis. Think about it. Air has pressure. I think it's 14 pounds per cubic inch. You think it is? You think it is. Is how much air it's pushing against you. But since it's dispersed so evenly, you don't notice it. That's why it's hard for water, because it's heavier than air and it's not dispersed and as light compared to your body. That's why working out in the water can be harder than most of the time. But that's okay. It's just an interesting thought process to me that these people who believe they are so against science are working out, which is a scientific thing to do. What is science? What is the breakdown of science? It is you have a hypothesis, you go out and test that hypothesis more than once. You fact check it with your peers, and then you write a paper, you make a thesis on it. Want to know what the idea of fucking growing muscle is? It's a hypothesis that if I lift weights, I will grow muscle. That is my hypothesis. I go test it. I give it a good month. I go get my peer review. Want to know what my peer review is? A weightlifter or someone of my age or colleague of mine going to ask them and say, do I look like I work out? And if they say yes, my hypothesis was right. And guess what your thesis is? You have now proven that your hypothesis is true because the thesis is you. You are bigger. Someone can tell that you have more muscle. You are usually leaner because muscle takes more energy to continue to keep it. So you are doing a scientific study on your fucking self. You cannot be not science-based just because you don't fucking read a paper to understand that this is the most optimal thing to do. Have a good day.
There you go. That's better.
Let's go. I think, yeah.
That's good enough.
I lost my hat, fucker. Fucking damn it. That's fucking all I got. Let's just keep going.
Ooh. Whew. It's fucking fun. Three, two, okay. We're gonna push hard enough to break. Okay.